Hey, what's up, guys? It's the last Sunday before the new semester starts. It's the second, April 2nd. Classes will be starting on Friday. So I've signed up for classes since the last time I did one of these. And last semester I had a lot of really not so useful stuff. This last semester when I signed up for classes, I went full in on like all the Japanese courses. And as it turns out, not all of those are super helpful. You see, you've got the Sogo classes, are the main group, and that's like your general education kind of thing. Like, everybody takes it no matter what level they are, no matter, oh, and levels. I'm sure I've explained this in the past at some point, probably the start of last semester. But the way Doshisha does it is there are 9 levels, 1 through 9. Level 1 being you know nothing, you got no Japanese, and level 9 being you're more or less fluent. Last semester I placed into 5. This time I placed into 6. And 1 up. Hey. Which is it's usually what they want you to do. If you're here for 2 semesters, you'll go up 1 level. Unless you're in one of the lower levels. So, you know, somebody in 1 might jump to 3, or 2 might jump to 4, but once you're a 4 or above, I think you only go up 1, usually. But then again, there was a guy who was in 7 last semester, and they placed him into 9 this semester, but he was pretty confident he wasn't going to be able to do that, so I think they agreed to let him go back down to 8. Not positive on that one. I'd have to ask him. What was I going to say? Oh, so last semester I took the Sogo stuff, and then as well, in addition to the Sogo classes for your Japanese level, there's also 2 reading comprehensions, 2 speech classes, which are, one of them is like actual pronunciation, like the sounds and such, and the other is, and what would you call it? Tone you would use, and that, and the other one's like actually like giving speeches. As well, there is a what do you call it? It's Bunsho Hyogen, so it's like written expression class, and you just like learn about how to write reports and then write a few. Excuse me. Got a bit of a cold, I think. Last semester I took pretty much only those, as well as 1 class outside of it, which was intercultural communication, I think it was called, which just kind of talked about how Japan interacts with the rest of the world. It's about what it sounds like. But that was the only class outside of those that I took, and I kind of regretted it, because as it turns out, the reading comprehension classes weren't particularly worthwhile. Out of all of them, the only one I thought was really like beneficial was the written expression class, because the rest of them, the material wasn't super interesting, and like, especially in the reading comprehension, I only took 1 of them because I didn't want to overfill my schedule. The one I did take was just talking about like classes with, or not classes, like in the course description it made it sound like we were going to be reading short stories and stuff like that, and instead it was like little short articles about random nonsense that had nothing to do with anything. Like one about, gee, what were they? I guess there were some short stories tossed in there, like a story about a guy who went to Nepal. I mean, other stuff was just like, I don't remember what language it was. It was comparing Japanese and some other language, and talking about like differences in how people like say hello and goodbye to their friends and like greetings and stuff. And you're like, I mean, I don't speak this other language, and I'm probably never gonna. And I already know it for Japanese. Or like there was one about like Febreze. Like literally just an article about like Febreze and like air fresheners. So that was, I felt like a real waste. The speech class was Anyway, that's all. This is irrelevant. The point was, I didn't want to do those again this semester. I did retake the level 6 version of the written expression class, but the rest of them, excuse me, the rest of them, I switched out for some other stuff. So now this semester, in addition to the SOGOs, and those are Monday through Friday, like you take all of them together. It's kind of one class, but kind of 5 classes. Like it's weird how they do it. Like they all feed into one another. Like each day is treated as a continuation of the day prior, but also you get separate grades for all of them. Don't really get how it works, but that's whatever. And that's just where you. Oh yeah, I didn't explain that at all. SOGO is like they give you a reading every chapter from some little textbook they've made themselves. You'll have like kanji to practice, as well as new grammar points and new vocabulary every chapter. So I have that. Let me think of it by day. So Monday, SOGO, as well as I took a literature literary analysis class, and it's going to be for a novel called. Give me a second. Shiosai, I think. That sounds right. Yeah. It's called Shiosai by a guy whose name I forget off the top of my head right now. I tried to remember it earlier and I'm blanking. I'm supposed to have read it by tomorrow, actually. I only just bought my copy yesterday on Amazon, so that's... Oops. So yeah, that's going. I'll be taking that class. After that, I've got a grammar class, which that's the thing I forgot for last semester. I took a mid-level grammar class last semester. I'm taking the continuation of that one this semester. The one last semester was really useful. It taught mostly stuff that wasn't in SOGO, and it was expressions you'll see in books or stuff you'll hear people saying, and it was actually really useful. So I'm hoping the continuation of that will be as well. What else? So that's my Mondays. Tuesday, SOGO again, then Bunsho Hyogen, the written expression, and then, to be honest, the next class on this one I only signed up for because my friend was taking it, and I needed like one more class in my schedule. But it's called I don't remember the name in Japanese at all, but it's basically like Japanese thought and religion study comparative thing. That should be interesting. That's Tuesday. Wednesdays I just have SOGO, and I get to sleep in as well, which is fantastic. Because the way Doshisha does their classes is there's 6 class periods in a day, which I've probably mentioned this before at some point. But there's 6 class periods in a day. Each class is an hour and a half long. But my SOGO class on Wednesday is 2nd period, so I get to sleep in. All the rest of the days, except for Friday. Friday is also 2nd period. All the rest of the days I have to be there first, which starts at 9. Second doesn't start till 10:45. So that's Wednesday. Thursday I have, again, SOGO, and then in the afternoon I will be having a class that is, I can't remember actually what the course is called, but it's going to be like something to do with comparing Japan and America, I think. Like comparing relations between the two. As well as, that's not right, that's the thing I didn't take. This one is, I think it's like comparing, or not comparing, but it's like looking at America historically, and then applying it to something. The course description is really escaping me right now. I can't really remember. But we'll see how that goes. And that's one of the ones I'm getting credit for back home as like a specific thing to transfer in as well. So I would have taken that one anyway. Same with the literary analysis, as a matter of fact. That's Thursday. And Fridays, again, just SOGO, and it starts at 2nd, so I get to sleep in. So that's that. I've got some little notes over here. Oh yeah, the Rick and Morty came out. There was a new episode of Rick and Morty, season 3, that just randomly aired it, which you guys already know if you watch it. I haven't seen it yet. I need to get to that. But like I was hearing about it, And I'm like, it sounds fake. And it's not. So I'll get to that at some point. As for what's been going on, we had to take the placement test the other week and sign up for classes and get our results, and we'll take the placement test and the results, and then sign up for classes. I really hate the course registration here. I'm taking aside for that. It's so inconvenient. Apparently they've got a new, they don't have an online, or they didn't have an online way to do it. They do now, apparently. But we're grandfathered into the old system. Hooray. As much as I hate to say it, UNC's is so much better. It's really just pain-free doing online. You literally have to, fill out forms and paperwork in person, go there, talk to them, and they'll be like, oh, this is what this class is this what you want to take, and this is this, and they just walk you, ask you everything through the whole thing, and it's like, I just want to click a box. That's all been done. Was there anything else I wanted to mention? I've been trying to get more Vita games since that guy sold me a Vita before he left a few weeks ago. And, they're so expensive. Why are they so expensive? Ugh, it's so frustrating. It's not that they're a lot, they're just more than I want to spend. I was picturing them being cheap like PSP games are, and they're not. It's really frustrating. I actually have been playing the Vita though. I bought Persona 4, and the box is on the shelf back there. I'm too lazy to grab it. But I bought Persona 4. I've been playing that in Japanese, and it's pretty good. Never played a Persona game before. I think I played 20 or 30 hours. I'm the third dungeon. Second or third dungeon. I don't know where you start counting it. It reminds me, the Personas, they remind me of JoJo, but stands from JoJo, but less cool. But no, it's a fun game. I'm enjoying it. It's not bad. The Japanese help is always appreciated. Have something else to immerse myself in. It's fully voice acted as well, which doesn't hurt anything. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. I got some notes down here. I don't see anything else I wanted to mention. So yeah, that's it. That's everything. Well, that's gonna be it for this week. I will see you guys next week, and later.